this is where I'm talking about. The producers realized that when Ben lost the challenge, the producers were like, okay, this now just became the most boring show on television because Ben's out and ain't no way anybody's going to beat Chrissy. And I just feel like, the way reality shows are, they ain't got to tell you what they've done or haven't set up. But this is the first time on Survivor this has ever happened.
Mixties presents the Popcast. Hey, my name is Brian, that is Shane, and this is the Popcast. And today, we're finally talking about Survivor, Season 35, the finale, who won, who got bombed, who lost, who made mistakes. This is actually not going to be as long as a podcast as we probably should have been, because you probably already know the answers to all these questions, because we are 1 month behind on doing this podcast, and I am very sorry. We were super sick during the holidays. Shane?
Yeah, we all know why you're here. You just want to hear about the bet.
Yeah, I know. They just want to hear about who won, who lost, what's going to happen.
Just want to hear about the bet. And I got to tell you, I think we're going to talk about it in great detail later. But before we get going, Survivor 35 was actually a really, really great season of Survivor. And
it was.
I know viewership isn't what it used to be, but I have some news. You want to talk about it, or do you want to do something else first?
Let's talk about the news real quick before we get into the Bills and all that.
All right. So the news is that Survivor is doing something very interesting for its next season. Instead of bringing back former players, the show is bringing back former items.
What does that mean?
So former idols, hidden immunity idols, fake idols, advantages that some people had, and they're probably going to name them things. Like, for example, in Survivor 35 that we just watched, remember when Mike threw that idol into the fire?
Oh, the half piece, right?
Right. So that idol might make a return, and it'll be called Mike's Fire Idol or whatever.
You're talking about literally the day, the moment where Lauren got herself kicked off the show?
Basically, yeah, when she totally blew it.
That was the stupidest thing I've seen this entire season.
Yeah. And these aren't going to be reproduction items either. These are the original items that were on all of these shows over the years.
But he threw it in the fire.
He did, but, fire's not going to burn shell. So I'm sure they dug it out.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that this show is really a show of nostalgia. So if you have been a Survivor fan for the eons, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, it's Richard's Advantage, which I don't even think they had Advantage that first show. But that's my point, is you're going to be able to think back on players and things that you enjoyed, and that's really what this is going to be about. So
Ghost
Island. Should be fun. It starts February 28th on CBS.
February 28th. Return to Survivor with Ghost Island.
Ghost Island. But there's not any actual ghosts. It's just old stuff. So I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. Well, I'll be watching. I'm not sure if we'll be covering it, but we'll see.
You guys got to let us know.
Yeah, you got to let us know below if you want us to cover the next season of Survivor, because frankly speaking, we don't get a ton of views on our Survivor videos. So,
125 views. It's kind of weak.
Yeah, I mean, compare that to Discovery, Orville, any of the random top 10 stuff we do. It's just weak.
Or America's Got Talent.
America's Got Talent. Yeah. All right, let's pay some bills, shall we? 1,600 subs coming up quick, bros and sisses. Please get in there, hit the comment button, say something below, subscribe, share, to be a part of that outstanding, outlandish, out of this world giveaway. Last time we gave away a night of amazing bliss for 3, where they got to watch Star Wars at the premiere, eat a healthy steak dinner, and get some popcorn and candy. It cost us a little bit of cash, but this one's going to be even better. So please get in there, subscribe, comment, like, share, all that good stuff, and you'll be part of that giveaway in about 150 subscribers.
Nice.
Okay, lastly, part of the lastly, on the Pay the Bills segment.
This is a perfect shirt for this.
Yes, this episode is brought to you by the Oregon Trail. Recently, our love of this t-shirt has been reignited by the Flash. Please get in there if you were a fan of the Oregon Trail, or like me, you played it in computer class in the 6th grade. This shirt is perfect for you. Use coupon code Shane or Brian to get 30% off, and please start using the Brian code because everybody keeps using the Shane code. I think it's because Shane is first. They just assume that's the first code they're going to try. Maybe I'll disable the Shane code for a couple hours and see what happens. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'll just react. I'll just, tell them to put it back up, so don't worry.
All right, let's move on to some Survivor. Listen, this is the finale. The finale of season 35. Yes, my friends, we're at season 35 because they have like 2 or 3 seasons a week. And this...
Yeah, 2 seasons a year.
Yeah, I was...
So it's actually like...
joking.
Or was 17 and a half years.
17 and a half years of Survivor. We're on season 35. This was the finale. And it was a doozy, man. I got to say, hashtag Ben Bomb all the way, baby.
You know what's funny is I was so focused on our bet, I kind of failed to root for anybody. I was like, I wasn't sure when all of a sudden the bet was over. I'm like, who do I want to win this thing? And I just wasn't exactly sure. But Ben totally deserved to win this.
So the way he did with that like Ben Bomb was really, really great. Let's get into it. It's a quick recap. We're gonna give you our thoughts. We're gonna tell you what we think about the individual characters who deserve to win, and quick TLDR. I honestly believe Ben was the correct winner, so I was happy with the outcome. Okay, we open up.
What's TLDR?
It's like a short version of the story. It's like here's the quick version of what I'm about to say.
TLDR. Okay, I remember that.
Internet term, bro. Okay, listen, we open up for the first time with Mr. Jeb Prost in the studio, live studio audience, but the contestants, we have not seen at this point who is winning. With this timeline, the contestants are still on the island, and we have not yet counted the votes to see the final winner. So let's talk about that not the flashback, but that first tribal scene. The first challenge. When these right here, these 5 people are the last 5 people, the final 5. Okay, it's Ben, Chrissy, Dr. Mike, Devin, and Ryan. And you know what's funny? 4 months ago, could not have named anybody here. These are all the I would have messed them all up. I would have been like, I think it's like JT. Lauren,
Pinky, the Brain.
Guy. Yeah. So here's the deal, guys. It's Ben versus the world at this point. It's those 4. They want Ben out. Ben has the biggest of targets on his back. They do not want him to get to the final 3 because they know his odds of winning are really high. Plus, they don't really like him. But Ben is a contender, baby, and he's gonna claw and he's gonna fight his way back out of the electric chair and on his way to freedom. So this moment, Shane, I want to talk to you about this. When Chrissy was like making good with Ben, what was happening here? What was this? What was her like trying to be cool with him so that once he got kicked off, he would still vote for her?
Exactly. That's exactly what it is, and it's called, prepping your jury or making sure your jury is in the right direction. So you got to do damage control when you realize that that you're going to have people in the jury. And at this point, it's looking like Ben is out of here. So she's doing that. She's trying to make him feel good. She's like, "Hey, I'm not such a bad person. Vote for me." Jury management.
Okay, so when I watched this, I assumed it was something like that because it was so weird how she was like just trying to get on his good side when they're clearly about to kick him off the island.
Yeah.
All right, so we get to the first challenge, and this challenge is interesting. First, you jump off the boxes, grab the key bobber thing, and then you walk across these platforms to a a thing where you get all your unlock your puzzle, then you have to do the puzzle, and it's definitely something that I would say 4 months ago I would have said Ryan has a good opportunity of winning this, but then after 4 months of watching him fail constantly, I thought maybe Devin had a good shot of winning it. I did not expect Chrissy to get this win, but Chrissy excelled at the puzzle portion of this. Now she was lagging behind during the physical stuff.
Well, she always does well on the puzzles.
But when she got to the puzzle, she killed it. Now here's how the puzzle works. All those colored balls, you have to get those colored balls. You have to get each side has to have their own colored balls. And you have this little part in the middle where you can sort of cycle the balls in and out. Something I would love to try at home. She got it. She got the immunity. She is now, after this win, she is now tied for most wins for a female contestant on Survivor.
Right.
So she actually breaks the record next.
Oh, yeah. Well, does she know? No, she didn't actually break it.
Yeah, she ended up being the most wins on. Oh, maybe she didn't. Well, let's find out.
She tied.
Let's find out. Well, this win was not only for immunity, but it was also for a special little gift from Jeff, where she gets to pick a couple people to go have lunch. She picks Dr. Mike and Devin, leaving Ryan and Ben to suffer on the island.
Well, she chose it so that Ryan basically had to babysit Ben.
Right.
Because they didn't want him to get another idol. So that was his job.
Ryan failed.
Big time.
So, why didn't she pick Ryan, though? Was she trying to keep Dr. Mike a little closer because Dr. Mike can possibly be a swing contestant?
Well, Dr. Mike is not in their little trio, which is Devin, Chrissy, and Ryan. So they can't trust Dr. Mike's going to watch Ben look for idols. So she had to leave Ryan behind.
Well, they immediately start looking for idols at the lunch. And they find nothing, but they come up with this ridiculous plan to create a fake idol for Ben, which blows up spectacularly in their face.
Yeah, pretty bad, yeah.
Back at camp, Ben's just doing Ben things. He knows he's on his way out. He lost immunity. They're going to go to the tribal, and he's probably going to be voted out, so he's in a little bit of a rut.
Yeah, he's not. He's pretty much feeling like he's going to go home at this point.
Yeah, except for he's got a plan while they're sleeping to work and find the idol. And Devin, seeing the future, has this sort of sneaky suggestion for Ryan. He goes, I don't know if he has an idol, so just in case, I'm putting Doc's name down tonight. And that's what saves Devin's life.
It really does.
By the way, I didn't get clips of it, but Ben did scour the jungle. He scoured the jungle.
Lucky.
Oh,
it was so lucky.
In the middle of the night, you got that night vision camera on, and he found an idol. Oh, and so
when he was going to bed.
Right when he was going to bed. So when they created a fake idol to try to throw Ben off, be like, oh, well, we'll get Ben to stop looking for it. We'll act like we have the idol. So they told Ben that they already had an idol, when in reality, and it was funny, Ben's face, because Ben already knew he had the idol, and so she has to be lying.
Well, so it was brilliant if Ben doesn't have an idol. I mean, it's a great move.
Right.
If he doesn't have an idol, but because he has one, I mean, they just look silly.
Right. Yeah, it was brilliant if he didn't have it, but because he had it, it looked ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, I love this. When she pulls out the idol, and she puts that fake idol, she puts it on her neck, and she says, well, I'm going to give it to one of these two. I'm like, Ben's playing it coy. Look at Ben's face here. He's still solid as a rock, not saying a word.
He knows.
So they go to vote, right? And Devin puts down Dr. Mike's name. And when they get there, and Jeff says, if anybody would like to play an idol, play it now. She tells Ryan, you want this idol? And he goes, no. And Mike goes, no, I'm good. and that's when he pulls out the idol and does the
Yeah. The Ben bomb. Yeah.
Ben bomb. And he has a legitimate idol. I love this, man.
Everybody's shocked.
Everybody's shocked, but I love what Mike said. Mike looked back at Ben and says, oh, "Well played, Ben."
Yeah.
Mike knows that moment. The odds of him going home just went from like 0% to 97%.
Yeah, and pretty much everybody sitting there at this point knows that if Ben makes it to the final, he's going to win the game.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, because these moves are like just huge.
Yeah, I totally agree. Well, the first name that comes out is Devin's card, Dr. Mike.
Yep.
Well, the second name comes out though is Devin. Ben voted on Devin. So Devin putting down Mike's name just in case was his salvation.
Saved
right?
his life. Yep.
Yep. They went to a tie vote. I love this. Mike turns around, looks at Devin, and says, "Did you write my name down?" And Devin goes, "I did. I did. Yeah. Sorry, Mike."
Yeah, and I got to give it to Devin because he didn't strike me as a guy who really thought things through like that, and that was a really good move for Devin.
Totally agree with you. I love this when they saw the vote. I actually forgot this guy's name.
JP?
No, the other guy.
Well,
JP and the guy in the back, we were like, here it comes. These reactions, man. I love this guy's reactions. When he bows to Ben at the end, like, oh, Ben. Yeah. This guy is he was a really hard to watch player, but he is a graceful loser, that's for sure.
Yeah, he was great in the jury.
So Dr. Mike gets kicked out. The other two people decided to vote against Dr. Mike. Even though Ben kept his vote Devin, the other two voted Mike, and Mike is out of here.
Yep, and you knew that was coming because Devin's a part of the triad.
The triad.
That is Chrissy and Ryan.
The trio. All right, now we're on to the next day's challenge. This was a nail biter. Oh my goodness. Bro.
Yeah, this was a crazy one.
Listen, dude, Ben has to win this. He has to win this.
Going home.
Or he's going home. Or the top three have been chosen. If he does not win this, it's over for him.
Right. And it's funny because the producers know that as well.
Yeah, they really do.
Yeah, the producers were well aware of this, so I wonder how it's going to play out.
Yeah, well, I mean, Ben got close like 4 times. He kept getting close, and when he would go to lock that thing in place, the stupid thing would fall, and it would fall again, and Chrissy was gaining, and she was getting close, and a couple of hers fell. But this is the part that really broke my heart.
Oh, yeah. That was terrible.
Oh, man. He finally got it all on there. He locks it in place. He runs back. He thinks that he just saved himself and more than likely won the game. He's excited. But the U is upside down. Oh.
Hunslers, heroes, healers, and hunslers.
It was hard to watch, man.
Man, I'm surprised he got that wrong. I don't know. He was looking at the letters are on the other side too, I think.
I don't know, man. Jeff tells him, no, something's wrong. He goes back, and all of them fall to the ground. That puts Christy, even though she's slow, as a tortoise, in a commanding position to then win the challenge, making her... Yes, she is the most wins for a female contestant.
Okay, this was the one that made her most. I thought
this is the one that talk about it. This is the one that made her the most wins for a female contestant.
Okay,
Jeff kept saying.
Did he say that during that one?
You know what? Listen,
I could have swore she tied.
I know what you're doing right now. I could be wrong, everybody. It's possible. So I'm gonna say this. Either she tied for most wins or she is now officially the most wins for a female contestant on Survivor.
So it says here that she tied. She has the tying record for the most female wins in a season.
Okay. I was wrong.
According to Survivor Wiki.
Okay, so it looks like she tied. Either way, it's impressive. She did win a lot of immunity challenges toward the
I
end.
think that if she had been if she had won the most, it might have edged her out of Ben in the end.
Maybe.
I think people in their minds would have changed their mind a little bit.
Maybe, yeah. Well, Christy gets a secret advantage.
Oh.
Ooh. And it's in the form of knowledge. Tonight is not going to be the night where they vote someone out. But instead, whoever she wants to guarantee for top 3 will go with her to top 3. And the other 2 contestants will fight it out in a fire-making contest.
So, this is where I'm talking about. The producers realized that when Ben lost the challenge, the producers were like, okay, this now just became the most boring show on television because Ben's out and ain't no way anybody's going to beat Chrissy between Ryan and the other guy. Just forgot his name.
Devin.
And Devin. There's no way anybody beats Chrissy between those two. And I just feel like, the way reality shows are, they ain't got to tell you what they've done or haven't set up. But this is the first time on Survivor this has ever happened where they made them do another challenge, basically, to basically give Ben another chance. And I will take it to my grave thinking that this was intentionally set up this way.
Well, we're never going to know. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're wrong.
We won't. But why would it all of a sudden show up at the end of the show? It didn't even feel that necessary.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. The crazy
Ben still had to earn it because he had to win that challenge.
Right.
But, it's still another chance.
Well, the information she shared with Devin on purpose, giving Devin time to practice his fire-making skills. The reason she chose Devin was actually very logical. Ryan can't make a fire to save his life.
Ryan can't do anything.
Ben will definitely beat Ryan no matter what. So unless she's gonna pit Ben and Ryan and Devin against each other and take Ben, which would have been a huge twist. She needs Devin to win this because they don't want Ben going to final 3 because he will probably win the game.
They all know that, yeah.
So she gives Ben plenty of time to practice prior to Tribal. And he actually, Devin, after breaking Devin, after breaking some tools or whatever, he decides, I'm just gonna do it fresh. That way I'm not burnt out. I'm like, it's such a surfer mentality. Like, this is your chance to get to the top 3 and possibly win $1 million. After a small setback, your idea is, I don't want to get burnt out. I'm gonna do it fresh. I don't know. I thought that was a stupid move.
Well, and what's funny about starting a fire with Flint is that it really is about the luck of the spark.
Sure.
Will the spark catch fire? I mean, it's luck. It's RNG.
Yeah, I get that, but maybe practicing making big sparks. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
Right. Well, he does procrastinate. She reads the challenge at the end. Ben realizes that he's not instantly out of the tribe, and he's very happy because he is going to get to use his own skill to stay in versus being voted out by the 3 harpies.
Right.
This screenshot right here really got my attention because when he was talking, Devin was scoping him out the whole time. Like, these are 2 warriors about to battle it out for a possible $1 million.
Yeah.
Ben gets to a raging lead because he's sitting there sparking the thing while Devin is creating a little magnesium dump.
Yep, so I saw that.
He was taking his time spraying magnesium while Ben's just going hacking away at this thing. Ben gets a little spark while Devin is done with his magnesium. He starts to spark. Devin is now behind because he wasted way too much time on magnesium. And Ben starts to build up that fire. And once it got to here, Shane, I knew Ben was going top 3. It doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I saw what he was doing with the magnesium, and I was like, you're taking a risk, but it is a little easier to start the fire if you have more magnesium. But at the same time, that wood is and that kindling and the it's so dry. Yeah, gosh, it's just such a risk. And Devin risked it and he lost it.
Yeah, that kindling is literally made for starting fires. It's not like you're picking
Yeah.
it up off the forest floor or whatever.
Right.
It's their matchsticks without the match heads. All right, he was just really hacking at that thing, getting nowhere, and that fire on Ben's side was just raging, and Ben won. So Devin is out, Ben is in, and there is Joe. That's what his name. Joe in the background, bowing down to the master of Survivor, because Ben has played this game pretty much flawlessly. Okay. So these three are going back home. This is it, guys. This is the top three. We got Chrissy, Ben, and Ryan. Ryan was literally carried there by everybody else. So in reality, everybody knows that. So in reality, it's going to he was literally, there was times where they picked him up and carried him to the finish line. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
It's not gonna be between Ryan, Ben, and Chrissy. This is gonna be between Ben and Chrissy, and Ryan's just along for the ride. Now, the final tribal, when they're chatting with the jury, how did you feel about the seemingly like the animosity like some of the jury members had toward Chrissy? I felt like Desi clearly does not like Chrissy. It was like really obvious, right?
Yeah. So Chrissy, I think she came across as kind of a know-it-all, kind of a smarty pants, and I just think she rubbed people the wrong way in general. And she didn't have a lot of friends, and part of the reason why she lost this game is she was going to lose to Ben. Chrissy she played a great game. She was on the bottom. Ben was really never on the bottom.
No.
So there were a lot of arguments for Chrissy, but because people didn't really like her, they were going to criticize her hard. She didn't get nearly criticized as hard as Ryan did.
Yeah. I noticed that. I noticed that a lot of the guys on there really gave Ryan a hard time. Can't make a fire, can't get wood, really no benefit. So the only thing Ryan had going for him was his social game. But I gotta say, his social game was strong. It got him a top 3. Props.
Yeah.
But the rest of his game was super weak. He couldn't finish a challenge. He was always the bottom of the barrel. Most of these challenges, they left him out of it. Him and Mike. Like a little cockroach, just sort of clinging on to the hairs of the wolf in front of them. And by the way, I lost the bet. Dr. Mike went home. Ryan won. And I'm going to have to be doing the bet, which we're going to talk about at the end of this. Okay. So, when the vote came out, was it surprising to you that he got such a heavy vote and Ben was the winner?
No, not in the least bit. Obviously, it ended up being Ben and Chrissy. Chrissy had the second most votes.
Yeah.
And actually, Ben, it wasn't a landslide. Chrissy got 2 votes.
Right. Ryan got 1 vote.
Ryan got 1, and I think Ben got I think 4. So it wasn't like a landslide victory, but I think Ben was the clear winner. I mean, the way he finished out the game, that has a lot to do with winning in this thing. But if he made it to the end, I had always felt that if he made it to the end, he was going to win this game.
Okay, I agree with you.
That's why I didn't think he would make it to the end.
And I remember you telling me that, and I agree with you. Like, how is it going to get to the end when, like, his backstory and his personality and everything just makes him an automatic winner at Tribal?
You know how? The producers give him another chance when he loses the last challenge. That's how. No, I'm not kidding. Ben should have never even been in the final 3. The real winner of Survivor should be Chrissy.
Wow. Strong statement, Shane.
That's absolutely 100% true. 34 other seasons, and it's Chrissy, Ryan, and Devin sitting on top of that, sitting at the end together.
Okay.
and Chrissy wins.
I will agree with you, but I still like that Ben won.
I mean, no, it's great that Ben won. Ben getting to the end deserves to win. I agree. He deserves to win 100%. I'm just saying that the only reason he wins is because Survivor made a change in the game.
Right.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have gotten that far. And you know what? Nice people don't usually make it this far.
All right.
They just don't.
So that begs a more important question. You think we're going to see this on Ghost Island? Are we going to see that same trick used at the end?
If it serves the show,
if it serves the production, right?
If it serves, if there's going to be a predictable outcome to the show, I guarantee you that they're going to do something to throw a wrench into it.
So that lessens a little bit my excitement for Ghost Island.
But Brian, to be honest with you, all reality TV is like that.
All right.
Especially nowadays when they're trying to survive Netflix.
Thank you for also lessening my opinion of America's Got Talent, America's Idol, and well, I just I don't want to watch any of it now. Thanks, Shane. Thanks.
Well, no, I mean, I still enjoy it.
I still enjoy it. You're right.
You know, Ben still had to earn his way there.
He did.
He did get an extra chance. It's not like they gave it to him. So it's not like they cheated they didn't like make Ben get to the end.
No, he got the idols. He built the fire. He did it.
Yeah. No, right. He earned it. He earned his win.
Okay. So let's talk about the big fat white elephant in the room.
What did you just call me?
I'm referring to myself right now because I lost the bet.
Yeah.
And the bet was double or nothing, right? So
yeah, you were like really like, yeah, I'm gonna win this one.
Yeah, which means that as per the previously agreed upon punishment, I will be spending not one, but 2 nights in the forest of your choice here in Southern California, with nothing but a GoPro and my tidy whities for at least 24 hours. So 2 nights. So we go there at night and it lasts until not the next morning, but the next morning.
You know what's funny is I remember, when we made the bet and you said, a forest of your choice in Southern California. And I was like, he's trying to pocket himself to this area where there's not a lot of danger. So I actually did some research, brother.
Oh no.
And
oh
yeah. If you technically in Southern California still, if you head east, there is a section of wilderness out there that has bears and mountain lions and all kinds of nasty creatures. And that's where we're gonna go, my friend.
Oh my God. Yeah, I think you're trying to get me murdered.
No, right. I mean, listen, you trust me. You're gonna scare a lot of animals, bro.
I gotta win the next bet, man. This is so this is getting silly.
I don't know what's gonna happen. We'll have to come with something.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend a couple nights naked and afraid style with nothing but tidy whities and a GoPro out in the wilderness. How long can you go without drinking water? Is that a thing?
3 days. 3 days.
All right, so I'll be going without water, it looks like. I'm going to take Canteen. Now, we never talk about what we can't take with us, right? Just what you can't wear, right? Okay.
I can promise you Marcus will be able to tell us exactly how long you can go without drinking water.
All right. So,
or slashing bones.
We're not going to do that right away because it's freezing here in California, and I don't want to instantly die. We're going to wait until the summertime where I can actually make it. I can actually, live outside.
Spring? How about spring?
Like late spring. Maybe after AGT.
Well, AGT actually ends in like September.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, no, that's late. So I'm thinking before AGT starts, maybe.
All right. Well, we'll work it out. We'll let you guys know what it's going to be, and once that's done, we'll edit the footage together to make a hopefully not too long cut of Naked and Afraid Popcast Edition featuring Brian.
Yeah, Naked and Afraid, Deliverance, one of those things.
All right. Well, that's it, guys. We have finally given you the finale to Survivor.
That's it. We did it.
Join us on Monday for our review/recap of Discovery. I hope you like that if you're into Star Trek. And we'll be back next week, but more importantly, the next reality show we're doing. Shane, give us a little preview.
The next reality show we're doing, I believe it's American Idol.
American Idol. I have never seen a single episode of American Idol or ever cared to, but for you guys, I'm watching it, I'm reviewing it. Hopefully I'm not throwing up too much, and it's going to be great.
Yeah, American Idol looks like it's going to start Sunday, March 11th.
Woo.
So we're about a month and a half away, roughly.
Awesome. So that is when we'll be there. So if you're into reality TV shows, that's our next reality show, and of course AGT after that.
Absolutely.
So have a great weekend, my friends. I hope you enjoyed Survivor this season as much as I did. #BenBomb, and we'll see you on Monday.
See you guys Monday.